chat while we rolling up, and then you can turn on the music and we can like cut and whatever, kind of have opening clips. But like somebody brought it up that LeBron James is not the best player in the league no more, and he shouldn't be compared to Giannis and Kevin Durant. And I get tired of hearing about that because it's like, bro, you know both of those guys are 5+ years younger than him. Like, they should. While he's 37, they should be better than him. Like, 37 compared to 32 is a huge difference. Like, a huge... Think about what you feel at 30, 31? Compared to 28. Compared to 28. That's a 3-year gap. But yeah, man, like to keep saying Kevin Durant is better than him, like, they should be. They should be. They got age on the nigga, bro. And Kevin Durant's 7 foot tall. Like, what? He should be. To think that we're just now getting to what? Kevin Durant's like 10th, 12th year in the league and we're finally saying he's better than LeBron James speaks more to LeBron James being good for that fucking long. Because, dog, like, to have a nigga who's 7 foot and 5 years younger than you and he's just now getting the go-ahead as the best player in the league, with the wettest jumper in the league, two other than Steph Curry.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another edition of Coffee and a Blunt Podcast. I'm your host, A. Clay, from around the way. And to my right, you got Be Great,
MC Moeblak,
Nikko Cinco.
And you already know how we do. The usual suspects are in the building. And before we start the show, let's check the temp and see how everybody was doing. What up, Nick?
Another work week. Yeah,
temperature.
Another work week. Just catching up on these shows that just came back out on my Netflix. So I've been binge watching the more TV shows and movies. On My Block season 4, phenomenal season. If you're into On My Block and haven't watched it, get into that shit.
Well, all right. It's on Netflix.
Nah. I was saying. You said temp.
Only because I'm gonna watch.
Check the temp, some shit like that.
Check the temp.
You forgot that's his thing.
Nah, yeah, I ain't hear what I was saying. He fucked up. Anyway, yo, my week was peace, man. Just work. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the money and shit like that. Fucking good news with my kids. Went to court. You know what I'm saying? Good news about them. And that's it. Nothing much to report back. You know, I was in the gym all week with Be Great for the most part. You know what I mean? Getting right.
All right.
Less than up, you know?
Yeah, man. Planet Fitness is back in effect. I got the membership back this last week, and I am feeling the fruits of my labor. I'm gaining some muscle weight and whatnot, and I'm feeling it though, you know, because I haven't gotten used to it fully. Even though I started working out more, like, you know, than I did in the past lately, you know, in the park to start and whatever. But yeah, I still got some conditioning and shit like that, whatever. So I'm tired and all that over the, you know, whole course of the week, and just, you know, dealing with everyday life. But I'm here as usual, greater than great. You know what I mean? Same old same, but, you know, changes gradually. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to a whole lot of things coming up.
Yeah, me too. Me and you both. What up, Nick?
I got a saying for Be Great, yo. His saying should be, yo, be great. Being greater than I can ever be.
Be great.
Yeah, some shit like that. We're gonna work on that saying. But yo, Clyde, what's the temp for you this week?
A lot of NBA, man. A lot of NBA.
You in the NBA?
Nah, watching the preseason.
He was about to start like.
I know, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? No tight ass dreads.
He in the NBA.
Yo, if you in the NBA, I need that one. I need that one, because if you in the NBA, I should be there too.
Hey,
You let him
I'm
up,
into
nigga, in
it.
the fucking chat. Nigga called this nigga Wesley Class.
You know, when he said Wesley Snopes, I was dying.
Yo, he's stupid for that. I was like, yo, all right.
Nigga, Nikko just started dumping out of nowhere.
Nah, because I was at work, bro, and I just happened to be looking at Wesley Snipes because I was talking about Blade and how Mahershala Ali was the new Blade and how he looks very similar to Wesley Snipes. No, but when I pulled up the pictures of Wesley Snipes, I see the picture. I was like, yo, he looked just like fucking Clyde right here. So I had to start going, bro.
Nah, what got me though, what made me laugh was the one Coming to America 2. I swear to God, that shit is the funniest. That's why I had to cut the interview.
Yeah, you should imagine him with braids. And it's funny because I know you all my life. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen you with braids. So I'm seeing him, yeah.
I had the OG Bobby Johnson before.
I've never seen Brian with braids, you know, like
Nah,
a lot
when
of
you
years.
did in that picture, right?
So I'm sitting and looking at it. I'm laughing. I'm at work myself laughing because I'm
For like a
this is,
limited time.
Yeah, that was a short amount of time.
Y'all crazy.
That
Y'all
shit
funny for that.
But
But
that shit,
how was the rest of your week,
That's
though, man?
fine.
it was cool. It was cool. It was weird. We found a bully downstairs in our basement.
I'm about to say, what the fuck?
We found a
Like
dog.
Like a
sounds
like
like
a-
picking
like a-
on kids in your
Yeah, like, yo,
basement.
what's doing there?
Found a little
Get out of the
angry
face.
man.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, bullies only.
Nigga beat his skin, closed the door like, oh shit.
How many niggas you punked when you were in school?
It was a nice looking dog too, but we found the owner, got it back to him and everything.
Oh, you
But
found
that
the
was,
owner?
yeah. That was a crazy.
So the dog was stolen and hidden in your basement.
He wasn't stolen. The dude was moving and he had nowhere to put it, so he
So you
stashed
hid
it.
it in your basement.
Well, his,
So you lived
His
here.
Yeah,
mother-
nowhere to put it. Just hid it in your basement.
hid in his mother's basement, who also shared our neighbors downstairs.
Oh, okay. I'm like, this is very.
Imagine walking by, checking people's basement doors,
Wait,
trying to
Like,
see if
yo,
they
see
open.
which one is open.
Yeah.
And just happened to be
They
Clyde's and
They didn't
stuff.
know. He didn't know.
Looks like a nice
But
Yeah,
they know him.
Yeah.
Ah!
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
So that was crazy.
I found the spot for my dog.
Yo, that's funny.
Y'all stupid.
I shall return.
I will be back, Pook.
But staying on the chat.
That's it.
Staying on the chat room, we gonna mix it in with that shit we don't like. Me and Mo had our little confrontation.
Yo, B
Me
was
with
talking
my
about how
false-
smoke is roaches and shit like that.
My false
Yeah.
information and Mo ET fingers in my ashtray.
Yo.
I knew it. I woke up.
Let me tell y'all something. Yo, don't look at my finger. Shut up.
Mo,
Yo, let me tell y'all something. Listen, this nigga Clyde, right? By the way, yo, we saying Clyde probably for the first time on the podcast. Hey, Clay.
Nah, I say Clyde all the time.
We
Yeah.
oh, okay, my fault. Yeah, all right, so forget it. Anyway, yeah, so like, you know, yo, so this nigga Clyde, right? He wants to go ahead, I'm about to let myself. He always wants to like, you know, just leave like during the editing process. Like the editing process is more fucking intense than the fucking recording process, because as you hear, we be relaxing, just laughing. So I'm up hours, you know what I'm saying, sitting here probably like an hour or two after he goes to sleep in his room, you know what I'm saying, and then I go home and I'm still editing until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm up to like 3, you know, trying to get shit to upload. I wake up at like 6, the shit still ain't uploaded at 47%. So look, listen, when Clyde goes to sleep, my little fingers go to creep. You know what I'm saying? I be in the ashtray. He got like multiple clips. So guess what?
That
Moeblak
shit
gonna dip.
stupid.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go.
That shit
I'm gonna go
mad
ahead.
suspect. Yo, when you go to sleep, your fingers go to creep.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't even thinking that was an
bad
AO.
shit.
That was an AO moment.
That was bad.
That was it.
all right, but I got.
But listen, y'all knew what I was pertaining to. I was,
we knew what he did.
I was pertaining to the ashtray. You know what I'm saying, for anybody.
The ashtray.
Not the ashtray. Y'all.
You can take it to the ashtray.
But anyway, we gonna talk about the other shit we don't like.
Oh,
This
man.
nigga Clyde, like last week.
Well, hold on, no. Before y'all get on my thing,
See how you tried to swap that
yeah,
time
real
real
Because
quick.
I already covered it, that's why.
This nigga,
I incriminated myself enough.
I covered
this
it.
nigga did an Eminem. He dissed himself for he won't get. He get
That's
pulled
what
up
I'm
Slim
saying.
Shady.
That's what I'm saying. We're not gonna
Yeah,
talk about it
be
again. Ain't no need to talk about it again. I will talk about it.
Alright.
What you gonna say? That I
But now we
take
go. Yeah, exactly.
flipped out your ashtray?
He don't say exactly. But I'm saying,
I
so-
do it again. I swear to God, this ain't the last day.
Yeah, chill out.
I'm just waiting for this nigga to go get paid.
But like, yeah, so like this is the last week we reported on R. Kelly, right? We reported on R. Kelly. How he's, you know, he did now. A. Clay gave us this information. He did, well, he was found guilty. He was found guilty, but A. Clay told us 100 years. Now,
God damn.
granted, now we should have definitely
Dig into
investigated this when he told us this, because just we know
Yeah,
him. You know what I'm saying? And we it just
I should have known.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but I actually
100.
did the investigation as I was uploading the video because I got curious. And I found no evidence to this. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, they gonna think we lying R. Kelly gonna sue us. He
deserve 100 years. That's what I said.
Like, yeah, the shit was crazy. So
have they not sentenced him at all yet?
Incentive is coming in.
No, in New York they sent him.
It's 10 years to life, because I just looked it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Life
what it
is almost 100 years, but...
But he got sentenced in New York, and now he got a couple more he got to go to. He got other charges. He's facing.
Aren't life sentences different in different places, though? Like, life sentences could be like 85 years in one place, like 65 in another.
I believe
state.
so. Yeah.
Wow.
I believe so.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I fucked up, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so those are
Moving
two
on.
things.
I don't like niggas in my ashtray. He don't like niggas with false
I thought you
information.
was about to say something crazy, bro.
Yeah, but so let's take these topics, man. It's a lot of sports shit going on I wanted to talk about too. I wanted to get in on Urban Meyers first of all.
Too much for me.
Yeah, but now you might take a topic on this. That Urban Meyers joint. Well, basically, he lost the game Sunday, and he decided to stay and go to his bar he owned instead of flying back with the team. He told the team he had family problems, family gathering, something like that, whatever. So he didn't fly back with them. He went to his bar. Long story short, he got caught sitting. He was sitting on a stool at his bar. A young lady came between his legs, started dancing with him. You know what I mean? Went viral and all this stuff. He got caught out there. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, he had to make a public apology for something that pertained to him. Yeah. And I didn't like it.
What did he do though?
Urban Meyer is the coach for a college football team.
Well, he's married. That's one.
Okay.
And two, his team lost. As you being the head coach of your team, I figured, you know what I'm saying, you should fly back with your team. Especially these ain't no little kids. These are grown men. They here too getting paid.
Okay.
And you got responsibility. That's where I think he fucked up at with the team. But me personally, I don't think he should have had to do a public apology. I think he should have just went his wife silent, you know what I'm saying, talked to her, because she even tweeted out something like, this is their business, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, it is.
Yeah. And he had to stand in front of a booth in front of millions and apologize to the world.
Who said he
He's a
had
college
to?
football.
No, he didn't have to. I'm just saying because...
football coach, right?
But now he's the coach for the Jaguars.
I wasn't trying to be like, condescending either, but it's like, yo, who the fuck said that nigga had to do that? Now, and was that imposed to him to do that? Was he threatened to lose his position?
It was imposed.
That's what I'm saying. So then that's what somebody did pretty much put him to do that. However, that is fucked up because it's like, yo, first of all, if he didn't do nothing, to this woman and he was caught getting a dance, that may look bad as far as his marital status and whatnot. However, that has nothing to do with his morals as a coach. And his morals as a coach should have been probably just penalized in the pocket, hitting the pockets. But put him on blast like that and publicly ridicule him and shit like that is completely unnecessary. I totally disagree. And that's just what they do to gain views and whatever the fuck they be doing. And that's all that is.
I totally agree. I definitely didn't need that apology. I didn't hear it. This is the first time hearing. It's not the first time hearing about the story, but this is the first time hearing about the apology, I guess. Yeah, I didn't really dig deep, but I definitely didn't need it. His wife needed it more.
Yeah. And for her
to be handled privately.
And for her to tweet that though and say that too, that shit goes to show you.
It doubled down. It could have been handled privately for that situation. So I'll kind of come in here and I'm gonna pull the hat trick and be the third person to say I disagree with this, but I do see where an apology would have been necessary only in this scenario, and if he's apologizing for being an irresponsible coach of his team. And that's about it.
Right.
That's about it. If he has family issues that he was dealing with and they were at the bar that he owns, like I can totally understand that. Like the family is there, so he's handling that.
And it's so crazy what people would do for clickbait because they made it seem like this young lady was really like gyrating on
of course. That's all it is.
And then when I see it, he's just sitting on the bar stool minding his business.
It's controversial.
And she just didn't. Either way, she shouldn't have did it.
I don't think he went there expecting that.
But yeah, he wasn't expecting that.
He
That's
probably
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
sitting there like, oh, chick is about to be turned up on me when I hit
she was
the
a
bar.
younger
This
chick,
is what I'm
too.
here for.
She was a younger chick.
You saying clickbait is a good point. Because clickbait is real in today's world. Like, and it's worse than it's ever been. Because I'm not a person to read the articles most times. I will read the headline, make a joke, and go on it.
Wow.
And people be like, "Oh, that's not even what it's about." I'm like, "It's a joke." You can tell it was a fucking joke. I didn't read the damn article. Boo-hoo. But the article is typically never really like the headline,
Exactly.
When I do read these articles,
The clickbait on YouTube is so real, especially with the NBA. They will have Stephen A. picture on something, right? Somebody would put his picture on the side and be like, yada yada yada. You click. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock had the video, and then some random nigga in his bedroom the other half of the video.
I'm like, that's classic Soulja Boy.
Bait and switch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that
Soulja Boy did it in the beginning of the year.
Nah,
beginning of his career.
He finessed it.
That's why LimeWire. When you were back in the day, you look up like 50 cents, and then you hear Soulja Boy tell him.
It's part of the reason why he got so big, during the time. It wasn't just like the singles. It was really because all his other music too, he would mask it behind like,
of artists.
What we're talking about, like famous people, famous songs and stuff like that, and those numbers, would be linked to his account. And so he's getting all these, clicks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he getting a count to his numbers, and shit, he's Soulja Boy.
Like nowadays,
he's smart.
I see him on Facebook. You get the clickbait, but a lot of the places where I see him now is YouTube, like you guys said, because I watch a lot of like the Ball's Life videos and stuff like that every now and then, and it led me on watching guys like Nick Briz, who's going through a whole ordeal, looking real bad in the game right now, but. He tends to get into a lot of altercations at these park runs that he does.
Yeah.
And ever since he's been getting into altercations, everybody's putting like fight breaking out or fight in their titles of their
Okay, I want to pause you right
videos.
there real quick. I just want to ask, who's Nick Briz?
Nick Briz is actually some dude. He doesn't have like a crazy repertoire or resume when it comes to basketball. So he's been in like a celebrity game and a dunk contest. Like if you've seen him jump and you've seen like random dunkers, you'll recognize him because his jumping style is just different. Okay. So he got a good game, but he's more a YouTuber now.
Because of him and his YouTube videos is why I'm bringing it back to all the way to with me and that white kid. Remember when I said that I don't know if this that YouTube shit, because back in the days when something happened, it would pop off. But on the YouTube, you only see them running in each other's face, spitting on each other like fuck that, and then somebody hit the game winner.
That's what sells the video.
And then that's it. You know what I mean? You don't really see the alter occasion. And I really think these kids is really thinking this is the game now. Like this is how basketball is supposed to play.
Well, I mean, jailball's always been a thing. So, but
it has. But this is crazy.
People are acting out because they know cameras can start rolling.
Jailball completely different from you taking shit talking to that level. To where it seems like you're gonna fight. Jailball would be you're fighting damn near, but you're playing.
More physical, right?
You're just playing extra rough. You're throwing bowls, punches and shit
but
while
talking
playing.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now talking shit, spitting and running up on somebody as if you're about to stop the game and then fight. That's completely different. You know what I'm saying? That's taking it to a completely different.
And I'm sorry,
level.
Just
and
like
if that's what they're doing. That's sad.
All I heard was fighting in the game. Fighting in the game.
But what's sad is like you said. What you call it? What's worse is these people like with these comments and stuff. Like you really don't see them. The turnaround because these dudes be really disrespectful, like on some real shit, and I'd be like, yo, they be touching the nigga head, just like you know what I'm saying, like mushing them. I'd be like, yo, that somebody would have got shot. Somebody would have got shot if somebody would have did that shit to us.
Of course, I mean that would have ended the game. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's not jailball. That's grounds for. Yo, what the fuck? We not playing no more. We fighting.
Yo, what the fuck too? But that shit sound crazy. But
we.
So like, even with that, the clickbait part of it too. The Nick Briz dude, he's under heat right now because one of the dudes that used to play with him is exposing him for being this like corny nigga, and he even be hiring paid actors that most of the niggas didn't know about to come to the games and start shit. Wow. Just for the views. Yeah. And they didn't know. Like a lot of them niggas didn't know about that shit.
See, every time
so niggas was getting pressed and shit like that, and they don't even know why they getting pressed. But Nick in his head knows why they getting pressed because he low key sliding.
Because he low key
some bread later on.
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy, man. Basketball is taking a crazy turnaround, man. But
everything like wrestling now in the world.
Yeah, keeping it on basketball. I'm liking the preseason. What I see, I know you haven't been up on the Bulls lately, but this year they projected to go real far. This year, you know what I mean, with the team they got, and they look good in the preseason. They look real good.
I'm not gonna lie. When they made the trades, I didn't really like it. I didn't know what they were gonna do with 5 guards. Like I was like, what are you guys gonna do with so many guards? And Vujic is a big man, even though Vujic is nice with his stats. But from what I've seen in preseason, even though it's preseason, I haven't watched none of the games. I've only seen a little bit of the Golden State Laker game last night and the Lakers Nets game the other day. That's all I've seen. But from the numbers, they do look nice right now.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of highlights, and like you said, we've been talking about Lonzo since he came in the NBA, and Zoe. He was in the zone.
He's showing up. He's starting to.
They call him what they was calling him in the combat. I mean, the comment. I said combat. Chicago Zoe. That's what his name is. Chicago Zoe. Hey, they was like Chicago Zoe with a different league right now. And then Melo looking good. It looked good. I know one
got
thing.
both of them on my fantasy team.
I don't know how people is going to gamble this year on the NBA because it's so spreaded this year. And I think the power is shifted. I think the East is more dominant this year. Me personally, I think the East is way more dominant.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just because a team like the Warriors isn't really up to, but they're not up there. When everybody else ain't up there, nobody else has to really be up there.
I don't want to say up there, but it's scary with.
You always got Steph Curry though.
It's scary with them because they got Steph and Clay back, so they like the unknown. Like
Clay
you know,
back?
yeah, Clay back.
Yo, he was the steal in my fantasy draft the other day. Shout out to Angel because he drafted him mad late, and I totally didn't think about Clay even being in the draft pool. And he wiped him with the 12th pick or some shit like that. I was like, oh my god, how he go this late?
So what?
Draymond Green went earlier than Klay Thompson in the draft in my fantasy draft
I don't do the thing
by 6 rounds.
Clay was out. Was he injured or something?
Yeah,
for
2 years. Yeah, but now the boy's
So
back.
So is he looking good?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looking good, and
Because a lot of the times those injuries.
and they got that other kid.
detrimental.
What's his name? Wiseman. So they got a good team on paper, but we just yet to see them. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it rolling with the NBA. What's up with the 76ers, man? I always thought Allen Iverson had something to do with the franchise. Come to find out, he has nothing to do with that franchise at all.
I seen that. I don't know why people thought he had something to do with
Yeah,
the franchise.
why he gave you that incentive?
I would
why
thought
he
he got his, but they like Stephen A. said, y'all use them for money.
Yeah,
like y'all
But
put it.
did you see 33 on 30? Is that what it's called? 33 for 33 on Netflix? The Allen Iverson story.
Yeah,
30
yeah,
30.
yeah.
30 for 30.
But they still put his number in the Raptors. They still have Bobby
Right,
Knight.
but if you see it, you clearly see that the nigga was going broke and all this other shit, whatever.
Yeah, but they say he was, but lucky that Reebok.
I mean,
don't say
he was saying that that he good now, whatever. However, but it was at a point where he said he didn't even have money for a fucking cheeseburger.
Well, yeah.
So that would kind of give you an incentive that.
But I mean, right now, like you said, been like almost 11 years.
I'm just
He's
saying,
stupid. That's the beginning. When he started, very dumb.
I mean,
he great crazy.
You niggas better get that nigga a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
what the
I'm
fuck?
saying, but
How you?
He makes a good point. He makes an excellent point because honestly, like I said, I had no thought in my mind that he was associated with the organization in some major way.
But it's just,
it just right there. Like,
it just bothered. It just
like,
caught me off guard because you got somebody like Shamgar that's deep rooted in Dallas, and he didn't even play that long in Dallas, and he got like a offensive coach position.
I see how
I think
people like
they
Mark
did
Cuban
right.
operate though. So,
But that's what I mean. Like, and then
like-
you got an MVP, a Hall of Famer. You got somebody here.
They
with all that.
didn't like Allen Iverson.
So why y'all going to use him to bring money then?
You keep
yo,
saying
a lot
the
of
key
money.
word.
Bro,
That's the key
use
word.
us.
So that's whack.
They use
That's
us
the
to bring
key
money
word.
in. That's
AI
from
is still the biggest name to ever walk through those doors.
Yeah, they didn't like
crazy.
him though.
they don't like none of us. That's from the NBA to
Right.
hip hop
I mean,
to fucking
that's-
anything the black culture has to do with.
When he went up there,
Well, he the
and-
nigga hanging out with Meek Mills, the owner I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that don't mean Meek Mill
Yo,
is in with Philadelphia.
Honestly,
He's cool with the owner or
I can't
whatever.
remember what Meek Mill said. I don't even know if he said it in
He's
the song or if he
from
said
Philly.
it like if he was
AI
just
not
talking.
even from Philly. Like,
But-
That nigga, he's
This
from
nigga,
Philly.
Meek has said it too. Like, I think he said it in a song when he was like, basically, the billionaires and everybody like they hang around the influencers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
AI
creators.
is an influencer.
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna have the billionaires and shit who play the back, who's
That don't
gonna
mean
like,
they're gonna
who they're gonna party there. They're gonna party
And you
with
talk
you.
about that.
Yeah, they're gonna party. They're gonna do all this friend big you up.
It's
Hey, that's
funny
my guy.
you just mentioned that.
Because they're the influence.
The
Because
association.
I
helps
never
you
really
either
got
way.
it acquainted with
Exactly.
that word until like last night.
What?
Influencer.
Influencer.
Because my man, this guy, Nubi Makares, he spoke about, you know, how David Chappelle is an influencer. It was one of my favorite comedians, and not to jump from one topic, but then to jump from one topic to the next, because I wanted to talk about this. And he shed a good light. He was like, why do these white people not like his jokes but accept his jokes? Because he's an influencer. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, a lot of these people, and this is his words, the bohemian crowd, the weed smokers, and the what he called like more like people that are most likely into like Satanism and whatnot, they'll give him a pass, right? However, Dave Chappelle is slick with it to the extent where he teeters a line where he plays that black role and he got the black rap where he uses like logic and rationale, because you know he was basically you know, brought up by this guy, I forget his name, from the 80s that was in the movie DC Cab.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about,
that
that
guy.
comedian.
They had like a kindred spirit. This is what he's saying, right? This is all what he's saying. So basically that was just a glimpse of what he was saying. My whole point is saying is that influencer word. You know what I'm saying? And so-called, what he meant by them not liking the so-called black entertainer and whatnot, and however using them, which you said, you know what I'm saying, as an influencer. You know what I'm saying? It's like they gonna tolerate the nigga Iverson to a certain extent. No, and they don't like that nigga at all. And I don't know what's the deal with Sham God. But in comparison, which is so ill, because like I said, I just started watching shit on YouTube about the last Netflix show, which I didn't get to watch yet, and I want to. However, you know, this guy, Nubi McCarthy, is just like, yo, look, yeah, the nigga Dave Chappelle, he likes him, but then he was like, the nigga is something like Richard Pryor and the rest of them. He don't know if he's gonna go that far as to putting on a dress like the rest of these motherfuckers. They trying to make him, they're making him out to be like Richard Pryor, because Richard Pryor was gay, right? And he came right out, said it. Dave Chappelle, he was saying Dave Chappelle does not like black women. He didn't like the way that he was on one of his skits on the show where he was bitch this, bitch that with some black actress that was up there. But as soon as the Asian woman came out, which he's married to, he's all smiling in her face. You know what I'm saying? So then, but then he'll go ahead. He's able to be in a circle with niggas like Q-Tip and all these motherfuckers that, or even a Jay-Z that like to get these people on their side. And I kind of disagree with him saying that, because, and not disagree, but I had to kind of like think, of course, on my own, because I don't take everything for face value. Now, a lot of these guys, he was saying they want to be validated by these upper whatever, these people, these white people, whatever. Jay-Z, Q-Tip, and all that, and they know how to play both roles. They hood at 1 minute, and then they play that role, you know, to get validation from the white man. However, I feel like, yo, in a lot of cases, these guys just want to make their money. They want to be able to kind of balance this shit out. However, but when he uses examples, which I didn't really even notice about, whatever Dave Chappelle was doing to this black woman, I don't recall seeing that. And then smiling in the Asian woman face. And then Dave Chappelle allegedly or supposedly, whatever, in this last special, he jokes about the LGBTQ plus, which is new to me, the plus. And then at the same time, he says, I'ma stop. And I heard him in another interview say that he's gonna stop telling those jokes. So the guy, McCarthy's just like, well, then now he's catering to them now. You know what I'm saying, to the LGBTQ, even though he's joking about it. You know what I'm saying? So then now it's like, yo, he's playing that role again. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like he can't really agree
with the way he moves and stuff like that.
Well, you know, I think just to piggyback on like what you're saying, so I think even with like Dave Chappelle, it could be like somewhere in his contracts with Netflix or somewhere like, you know, where like they are definitely using him as like pushing him as an influencer of this shit because somebody just quit Netflix, like one of they I think she's a black lady, you know what I'm saying, can't really recall from Twitter like that. She quit. She put out a statement and said like until like Netflix like stop basically promoting this slander, you know what I'm saying, I will not be, you know, working anymore. But I don't believe Netflix was gonna make that decision because even though it is slander to everything he talks about, you know what I'm saying, to not only the all of them, you know what I'm saying, and whoever he talks about, but it brings in numbers, it brings in attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's an influencer.
This is exactly. And like I said, I was never really familiar with that term. However, you know, we brought it up based on Allen Iverson and what the media does. And basically just the media and these networks and whatnot, right? With Dave Chappelle, you know, turning down the 50 mil or whatever, they looked at him like he was crazy. However, they still felt like, damn, this motherfucker could still be resourceful, useful. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give him these deals. Now, my own thinking before I even heard anything coming out of Newman McCarthy's mouth, and I started to hear other people's take on Netflix on the special, was that it's clear that they know what the fuck they doing. You can't cancel somebody that's been they've been trying to cancel since he started the motherfucking specials. He ain't say nothing different. So all they doing is a continuing cycle. So just keep recycling the same method of exposure to me and marketing. That's all it is. Because the man is getting ridiculed. He knows he's going to get ridiculed. They tell him this ahead of time. Even if they don't tell him this ahead of time, they know that it's going to get them more, you know what I'm saying, attention, as well as him. And then it's just going to keep going. And people going to keep falling for the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it becomes comical to me when people like, oh, cancel him. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all know goddamn well he ain't do shit. He ain't fucking do nothing different from the last time. All he did was incorporate something else new by pretty much defending the baby. And this was another one that goes back to that clickbait, because people was in the comments of one of these videos saying that, oh, all I saw was that, you know, he used the baby as an example when the baby allegedly or supposedly or whatever, I guess because it's in the news or whatever, killed a guy at Walmart in self-defense. But he was like, yo, you can kill a guy in self-defense, you can kill a guy in Walmart, but you can't diss the LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? You get screwed now. So he used that as an example. But then somebody else in the comment was like, well, no, he did dedicate, pretty much take a shot, because at the end of the show, he put up a picture of the baby. So now I got to see the thing and see for myself. However, either way, you know what I'm saying, with him, Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm saying, being in controversy, especially with the LGBTQ, it's always going to give them a reason to cause controversy, to stir up the pot, and to have people come out with opinions and shit like that. And it's all a game. To me, and to a lot of other people, I'm gonna just say, you know, and not hearing that from their mouth necessarily, it's a game. It's all a ploy to market, and for Netflix as well. And with that being said, that's the only reason why I wanted to get my Netflix back on, just so I can see the motherfuckers special and cut the motherfuckers back off, because Netflix ain't shit to me anyway. Outside of that, the motherfuckers is whack to me.
For all that, just Google it.
I give you my Netflix password.
Yeah, one of those, right? Like, somebody please share the password or something, just so I can watch the special.
It's a corporation like everything else, man.
Yeah, it's all, you know.
I go find an illegal website. Watch
now, what's going on with Pooh Shiesty, man? He was asking me, you know what I'm saying? Mo was putting me on. I like Pooh Shiesty.
You going to jail is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but what, it's up here? Something he did up here? Like,
No, he not. He's in jail. That's the door.
He's in jail now?
Yeah, it said Pooh Shiesty faces a maximum of 20 years, each for conspiracy to possess firearms and furtherance of violent crime and Hobbs Act. Robbery conspiracy. He's also facing a maximum life sentence for discharging a firearm and furtherance of a crime of violence. His trial begins October 25th. He's in jail right now. He's been locked up for a while. He turned himself in.
This ain't funny, but I'm a conspiracy theorist. And I'm thinking they taking these young niggas and switching them. Like Kodak Black, NBA young boy. Clones. Yeah, they switching these damn kids, man.
You say that. Well, what are they doing though?
He believes Gucci's not Gucci.
Like, what is Kodak Black?
Yeah, man. Like,
but what are they doing different that makes them?
But like, it all goes to what Barry said.
I don't know why Gucci just couldn't get in shape and stop drinking so much.
Yeah, like what are they doing?
No, it wasn't even that. It was the rapid pace that happened.
Look, I not to cut you up real quick, I fucking thought they switched Dave Chappelle with King Woodbine. I was like, when the fuck did he
stupid?
When that nigga came without
I was telling my boss that the other day. I was like, yo, you know what? Something is just not right about Diesel Dave Chappelle. Like, he's too much like Bokeem Woodbine now, and I don't like that. I really just learned Bokeem Woodbine name maybe like 2 years ago.
I was dumb for that. But like y'all
I've seen
said,
him in plenty movies.
Like I said, they influence on these young kids. So if they could get them in there and bleach their minds, and what I mean by cloning them, I'm not talking about they actually cloning them, but they fucking with these kids' heads in there.
Like all right, but my thing is like I'm like, okay, that could be true. It could be true to anybody. They could be fucking taking people experiment. They've been doing that to everybody for years. But I'm saying though, what are these artists doing that makes you say he's acting different besides his physical? Because if you want to see a rapid change, let's look at Lil Uzi Vert recent change. Like that nigga just got brolic out of nowhere.
That's still.
Oh no, I'm not
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Lil Uzi out here shaped like Gohan.
Like all of a sudden,
steroids could do that.
But you talking about physical? I'm talking about mental.
Okay.
Like the way they acting.
No, but that's what I'm saying. What besides? That's what I'm asking.
Like,
what besides his physical? Like, how are they acting? Like how did Gucci act before that he's not? Like, he stopped drinking lean.
See now, what he's talking about, it wouldn't be considered necessarily cloning. What's the other one? Project Bluebeam or something like that?
I know.
When you fuck with a nigga
mind, to the mind and
right?
shit like that. Yeah,
but see now, all right. As far as like, all right, Gucci, I was very skeptical. Now I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like that's Gucci. I'm like, nigga, that's fucking good.
No, it's good.
Because I'm like, yo,
what if it's just him bringing through the program? Like,
the nigga was in prison.
He goes back.
He was in prison. I've seen normal people.
The rest of the time,
normal
people be in the house recharging,
work out and change, and they teeth, you know, from back in the day, get hooked up and all that. You change. You can physically do that. Now with that physical change can definitely come a psychological change. Yes. However, Gucci just looked.
We seen that in Michael Jackson.
Ridiculous. See that?
Michael
Jackson.
I mean the physical change.
Jackson.
He had a whole
fucking
thing that
morphed himself.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, his physical changes
mentally.
Like you know what I'm saying, it changes mentally. You gotta say that. Come on now, he wasn't the same Michael we.
Michael, we never knew that nigga.
But you want to know?
I love Michael, but we never knew that.
Michael was also like
he's definitely mysterious to me. So you right.
That nigga
Michael Jackson was a child when he got big,
right?
So and he was like living the life. He really never got to be just like a kid.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I got.
But so it's Kodak.
So
it's Kodak in a sense.
All right, but there's a lot of these kids. Like, but Pooh Shiesty, I mean, according to what I know, he was in the streets where he had that one. He had a couple months where he had a good run, and then he had this thing where boom, you know what I'm saying? I just read off his charges. Like it sounded like the shit from
old charges.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? It sounded like old charges or like you know what I'm saying? Shit that was over his head. So. Why would they take Pooh Shiesty?
No, that's not.
Like what the
fuck? No, but why would they use him specifically?
No, but
what would Pooh Shiesty?
But that's what I mean. They
Chicago
take
he's
stupid.
Maybe they think
come out and fucking rule Chicago.
From Chicago.
Maybe they think
I don't know. No, he
I
he
even
running with Little Durk, so I thought he was from
Maybe
Chicago.
they think he has enough influence for this era.
Right.
He
okay,
does.
Okay, but then how long has he
Remember,
been
niggas
out?
like that
For a
song.
while.
Like
Really?
almost every
Yeah.
you are
Looking out
old
for
in the
years.
generations of what they care about
Yeah,
age-wise.
because see, we catch up on them.
Yeah, because I don't know that.
That generation
Yeah.
likes
We catch
that
up
song.
on them when they
Likes
get
his
a
Oh yeah,
hit.
Pooh Shiesty's from my fault, y'all. Pooh Shiesty's from Memphis, Tennessee.
See, we
about
catch
that.
up. See, down there he was
They wrote
popping.
hella Pooh Shiesty songs, you know.
But when a
that
hit
song.
come up here, we catch up. But they been grinding and doing their thing back
I know,
in the day. Yeah, but what I'm saying
I
by,
felt some of that way
Shit,
when I
I'm
was in
around
Clarksville.
They be
you
turning
know?
on
But what I
songs,
mean
and
by-
I'm like, what is this?
by they brainwashing these kids and stuff like that. Like for example, when Kodak Black first came out, and the way he was rapping and everything, like you would have thought he was gonna be on some Meek Mills type. You know what I'm saying? When I thought he was, when he all that Haitian, when he was with what's my guy name from the Bronx? French and all of them before that his mixtape or all that.
Yeah.
Yo, he was rhyming with some Kodak Black.
Oh.
He was rhyming.
Kodak was with French Montana?
You know, he was doing
You talking about like
features.
around that time when he did that?
Oh.
He did
He was,
feature
yeah.
with Friends.
Before he had the dreads.
Lockjaw or whatever.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah. Before he had the dreads. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Growing on.
Yeah,
He was a little bit more.
More, yeah. So
hungry.
when he got into
Yeah.
jail, what I'm trying to say is like he came out, but then he started doing more antics. Like he started taking away from the music. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the feds is putting pressure on these kids. Like we gonna lock you up, you know, or telling them like we gonna take your fame and your life. And basically controlling them, like unless you don't do
do you
this,
think-
don't
do
do
you
that.
think that's just
box
to, like,
for X
being-
amount of years.
Yeah,
in, like,
I'm
a
about to
totally
say, don't
different
you think that
environment
just
does
being-
affect you.
Yeah,
Like,
don't you
But
think
going
that's
to
taken away
jail,
from real
but
life.
going in jail
I've
enhanced.
seen
And I
niggas go away
understand
for
what he's
years,
saying.
come back and can't adjust to what's going on in the world.
That can't or
Yes,
can.
there's people who come back and can't adjust.
Oh
to
yeah,
what's
because
going
they
on in the
got
world.
so adapted
Right.
to what's in
No,
there.
you-
Yeah, you're
Because
right.
they're so far, they came back
In
from
that
so
rabbit
far
hole,
or
yeah.
something, or things have changed so much that they
Yeah,
came
nah,
out and they
you're
just
right.
can't
They
keep up.
wind up either wanting to go
Stuck.
back or end up
Yeah,
going
yeah.
back.
They
or
scared
they
out the
just
outside.
stuck in a time lapse or something
So-
where like you see
And which-
motherfuckers still calling people jive turkeys.
They just
Yo,
can't
you see the
handle
nigga,
what's going on
you see the nigga
now.
Like
earlier.
you know
he
this
looked like,
nigga did time.
Like,
man.
he looked like he was
You
gonna
be
post
looking
somebody
at shit and
job
it's like,
Like you
Nigga
sucker.
79, man. You still in 79.
yeah, you out here. You're out here. I see
Say, why you
you.
Yeah.
standing on the
But-
corner, sucker? I'm trying to get a job, sucker.
I love that
I
video.
live in for the mom, sucker.
Yo, we gotta put that in the edit, yo. We gotta
Oh
put
my
that in.
God.
Hopefully you don't like sue us.
Well,
that
I
shit
forgot that
was
shit was
funny.
funny. That was
That
funny. You ever
video
saw that
is
shit?
funny.
Yeah, I sent it to
Oh, you
when
said,
I first-
oh yeah,
when I
okay,
first
yeah,
saw
yeah.
it, I
That
thought
shit was
about
hard.
it.
Yo, bro.
That shit was
Real
hard.
talk, I might have to bid the
Yo.
MP3 year shit so I can play it like
That
on my
was shit.
speakers and shit.
That shit was fire. I like that track.
Better go and get a
hilarious.
job,
Oh,
sucker. I said, oh shit.
Hey, yeah,
Yo,
yo.
I was like, this nigga's real.
Yo, R.I.P. to my guy, man. I forgot his name because you were just talking about the tatty. He was he was coming up. He's an Instagram influencer. I really forgot his Instagram name, but he was a cool dude, and his slogan was, "You know the vibes." And the dude was dope, you know what I'm saying? Every time he'd walk down the street, he always have like a catchy saying like, yo, today is Drippy, I'm Drippy Patterson today, or Drip Washington. And you get to look at his drip and shit, and then he'll hit you with some jewels, some positive jewels. But I just came to come to sad news that, he passed away.
Mel Thompson?
I believe so. And he was a rapper. And like YouTube, Instagram.
September 28th, recently?
Yeah. Yep. They just posted it. I just saw it on
I
Facebook.
did not know who he was, but
Nah, he was just coming in the game. And like I said, I just started
How'd you
following
get
him.
that far?
Mm-hmm.
What did you type in to get Mel Thompson?
Oh,
I'm just curious.
descriptive words, man. All he got to do
Yeah,
is
but
take
what did
context
he?
clues.
I put
Did he say you know the vibe? Did you say that?
I tried
no,
that. and it
I
didn't
put
work.
in YouTuber.
Passing away.
I put YouTube influencer dies, and then it came up. One of the suggestions was with COVID from COVID.
And was he a tall, light-skinned guy?
So
I
did
didn't
he-
bring up.
was he
I mean,
sick?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes.
Okay, that's bad.
Because he wasn't doing, because he would do a daily post, you know what I mean? And yeah, Stars, our cousin, she followed, and she was a heavy follower with him. She even had some of his shirts that he was making.
I don't try.
And
Cause
she
that
the one-
dude looked pretty healthy to me, man.
Well,
you never know
just a
what's
good picture.
going on.
You don't know when that picture came.
Yeah.
Well, whenever you seen it or something.
No, I'm talking about like when he would show me his videos.
Okay.
You know, it would seem fresh and at the moment. So it's bringing me to say this COVID shit and whatever he was sick from.
Okay, hold on.
I'm thinking something else took him out, man. Like I'm thinking a lot of people going out because they're getting mistreated for some shit for the flu. And the COVID, from what I hear, is another strain of the flu. It is a flu. Our bodies are supposed to be able to fight off flus. But when we fucking with these hospitals and these things that they're doing to people, it could basically be considered experimental. And that's what I think is really harming these people. Personally, I mean, and I think other people would agree. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
And you know, it's funny. I found out a lot of people that died in the hospital this year during COVID, they were still treating it as COVID symptoms. So if you die, it could have been a flu or something. Yeah, and they just saying COVID. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. The whole.
I'm gonna just correct myself now, real quick. Because when I actually typed in Mel Thompson, someone else who I don't know, but just, you know, there was a young person who, a YouTube influencer who recently passed away. Rest in peace to...
So you did just type in Mel Thompson?
You know, after I got the result, I did.
No, he couldn't. I'm like, how do you get that name?
And then something else came, so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna correct myself for anyone listening.
Please do.
Yeah, it's just too many people are passing away from this disease still, and you know, just keep yourself safe, and yeah, you know, whatever measures you've been taking, just continue to take them.
Vaccinated, non-vaccinated, just wash your goddamn hands.
Yeah, just be clean, cause and, you know,
Eat clean,
be clean
man.
all the time.
Eat clean.
Work out. Fight natural shit.
Drink more fluids.
Cause like in class said,
less soda.
They'll label any
shit
death
like
now as
that.
COVID.
Yeah, you gotta dodge this shit.
You know what I mean? So
Tap
yeah,
into your
just be good.
inner Neo.
But yeah, moving on.
Yeah,
Clyde, what's
man.
the next to say, man? What we moving on to?
Next topic going on right now, man. Bringing it back. Oh, Nick, you know what we had to discuss. You saw it. Let me know about it. What's going on? Let's talk about that Venom.
We talking about Beham.
Ben Home. Let's talk about
Y'all
it.
seen the bootleg?
They said Bay Home too.
Y'all still getting down with the nitty gritty like me?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Nick, what did it for? Was that bad?
Was it bad?
Or was it?
No.
Bay Home was good.
Ben Home
So
was
wait.
I ain't even seen that.
Wait.
I haven't seen it yet, but I gotta see it.
Answer now thrown off because what you posted in Discord, who was it Discord?
No, I posted a video about the ending, and I said if you didn't see it, don't watch this. So
okay, I misread it. Okay, my bad. All right. I thought it was a bad rating from somebody, not necessarily you. And I thought, okay, I got it. Okay, good, because I still wanted to watch it anyway, but I haven't.
So what's your take on
Can I
that?
spill it, man? They don't even know.
But Barry, B Great gonna still watch it. He gonna still watch it. So, Gad, what's your spill? What you think?
We just gonna talk about the end.
All right, let's get to it.
I do want to say, good movie. I like how the Venom movies take a short amount of time. They don't take a 2-hour time limit.
They get right
and they
into
give
it.
you a good movie. They don't get into a super lot of details. And not a lot goes on. They get into like one plot maybe, and that's about it. And they roll with it, maybe 2 plots. But they do a good job of like 1 hour and 40 minutes. But that end scene, Spider-Man. Oh boy. So
Spider-Man.
let me start here. I'm gonna start with something totally different than just talking about the
in the
regular shit.
movie.
Yeah.
You spoiled it big time. Now,
We told you.
Now,
0.2 seconds. You're not even gonna really be like, oh shit, he really did.
But it's dope seeing it.
But what happens is he is telling him about how there's that infinite like mind of something like hive of symbiote. So basically, you gotta look at how he acted when he seen him on the TV. What he say, that guy?
Yeah.
He acted like he knew who he was already, right?
Yeah, that was dope. That's the part that got me.
Peep game. How would he know? Because he said his hive mind goes across multiverses.
Yep.
So maybe from like one of these other multiverses, whether it's like a comic book or from like the Spider-Man 3 movie.
Anywhere, yep.
He knows Spider-Man.
And he do not like him.
Because remember, he was about to share mad information with Eddie. Across all that shit.
So now, was the blip, was that before the blip, or was that when Dr. Strange did
I'm
it?
assuming that blip takes place not too long after Spider-Man gets exposed. I don't know how soon after that is or whatever, like if it's taking place while Doctor Strange is happening or whatever, but it definitely takes place like not too long after that.
Definitely was a good movie, man.
Yeah. So
And now, my thing is this. Now, would it be a good time to bring out Miles Morales? In your opinion.
Like, why would he just keep throwing these things out? Like, I feel like the Spider-Man.
I want to see him.
The Spider-Man saga that's going on with them, like about to lose it and shit because his family's like suing. I kind of look at it this way: there's kind of two ways that they can kind of be taking this, and one of them is Sony and Marvel are kind of looking at like, let's make as much money as we can with these guys and just merge the universes.
Here you go, right here.
Because that's what they basically did is they merged the universes.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And they can now capitalize on making as much money. So in case they do lose this series, they've made as much money as they possibly could on it in the long run. So I don't know if they're gonna sit there and start throwing everything at us, but I think doing that was good enough to capitalize for now.
Okay.
So I don't think they're in no rush to do a Miles Morales like live movie.
Yeah, all right, but still, overall good movie. Like you said, storyline, the way they did it. I thought Carnage was dope. Even the girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, played her part very well. I kind of like that, you know. I had no complaints about the sequel. It was good. It was good. It was definitely good.
And shout out to her for being in it. She's in the Daniel Craig James Bond film. She's Moneypenny.
It was definitely good. Something to go check out. I think it's good for adults and kids. It was funny, action, you know.
Still talking about Venom, right?
Venom, yeah.
Yeah, that Carnage was cool.
Carnage.
Okay.
Carnage was cool. For a bit of time.
And, I mean, it looked at. That's why I was kind of like, what the fuck is going on when I read it, but I misread it or whatever. But I'm gonna still watch it. I'm still gonna watch it myself, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in better quality now.
Low key, I think that might be up there with one of my favorite Marvel movies. Couple like that, this franchise, the Venom franchise.
It's the smartest thing for them to do is merge, because why not just make all the paper, split the money down the bread, whatever it is, get y'all a little deal in, figure it out. Because they basically just threw their own character into the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They basically just said, there you go, he's there.
You're gonna do this, a multiverse now.
Like, they didn't introduce it like it was a different universe. They introduced it like it was right after that movie.
We waited until you did this, nigga.
Yeah.
Now we're here. You introduced the multiverse, and so did we.
It's so cool how they do it, man. Wait till you see it.
Yo, the way the Venom looked dope. Venom
frail.
Yeah, I didn't see. I tried to explain it in detail, but without detail, so you can watch it and see the scene yourself.
To me,
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Definitely a good movie. What else? We got. So when is Spider-Man coming out?
Like December, something like that.
And when is Doctor Strange coming out?
Beats me, probably like March.
Next year, some shit. Yeah.
Damn. So why they've been promoting Doctor Strange for a while now.
Good.
They're
They're
not even promoting it.
I know it's been a trailer.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I see him so much.
He's in the Spider-Man
in the Mighty
movie.
Air.
He's talked about so much,
Yeah.
but we know he's a big piece.
Yeah. He's basically almost been in every movie.
Oh, but I wanted to ask y'all.
His Avengers.
Y'all watched it with this. What's up with the last one with Galactus? Let me know. Was it Galactus?
No.
That wasn't the last one. What was the last one?
No, that was with Ultron.
The last one?
Yeah.
So what happened? I just want to know. Put me on.
They basically pulled everybody we saw during the other episodes from their perspective.
Except for one character, they have a mystery episode that we have not seen.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on YouTube.
Where'd they pull Gamora from?
Because she's supposed to be dead, right?
No, she's from another multiverse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they
She's from a multiverse though where she
Iron
killed
Man
Thanos.
is still alive there.
Oh, okay. in this one, in the what
Nah,
if.
he's from another multiverse.
No, remember when they went to that universe to grab? Where did they even come from? Everybody got pulled from an episode. She has no episode, so there's obviously an episode for her.
Oh yeah, no.
Swear.
She has no episode. Yeah, no, she has
I
no
was
solo
trying to
episode.
read, like, if he had,
But no,
something.
but she definitely, they explained where she came from though. She's from the multiverse where she killed Thanos.
Oh, I know that, but
You know what I'm saying?
my question is,
But yeah,
there's a
no,
missing
yeah.
episode because she
The-
got
yeah,
where'd she
there's-
come from? Like,
Facts.
I got a what if, and this is not containing to comic books, but it was a what if a long time ago, and now I think it actually is going down tonight. Honestly, versus KRS One versus Big Daddy Kane. What y'all feel about
So that's
that,
really
bro?
happening,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like supposoly tonight.
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think I was even watching that because the Deontay
nigga
Wilder
beat-
fight.
Oh yeah, that
This nigga
too.
was appalled for some reason. Like,
Why you appalled?
he just said,
Nah,
wow.
first I just heard about it not so recently, so I didn't think it was that soon. And then I felt like whoever else mentioned it that it would have been ideal to have Big Daddy Kane against Rakim. I'm not sure how that.
I think we
would've
was
been.
talking about it
Yeah,
because we both had said that.
yeah.
I thought Rakim would have been better for Big Daddy.
Big Daddy Kane. Also, I was reading comments when I first heard it, like seen it on whatever platform I saw it on. That Big Daddy Kane is going to cook KRS One
I don't know why people think that.
in the song department as far as like hits, radio hits, whatever. However, KRS One would more than likely come out with that Jada. He could pull that off.
I think
that
both of them
freestyle. They both could, but that's where KRS
Right.
would capture his audience the most, outside of the Bridge Is Over, Step Into the World with the Rapture, stuff like that, those radio hits that we all know, or the people that, known him for when he first came out with BDP. Because everything else after that, like Ramon would say, why this nigga got so many fucking albums,
I was left on that
and so
right
many
now.
songs.
can't hold it
I
in.
don't know how many fucking songs
Yo,
this
the
nigga got.
I
funniest
can't hold
shit
it in. I was
was
thinking
Joe
about that right
Joe Button said, "I'm not going against a nigga that could buck his way to victory. That's all he gotta do is buck, and that's all. He's like, I'm not going against a nigga that
Yo.
can buck his way to victory.
The fact that this man has 25 albums.
That don't make sense. Like, who the fuck is battling
That
this
shit is so
He can take
funny
on the
to
Wu
me.
by
Yo,
himself.
word.
Yo.
He can take on everybody.
The fact
This
that
nigga got a catalog for everybody. He's the last master. The blast master, KRS One.
He's the last Ronin.
yo,
That nigga's at the top on the fucking
that shit
Mortal
is so
Kombat
hilarious
mountain
to
and
me
shit.
because one, I feel like no artist needs that many albums. Two, who the fuck know KRS One albums for him to be making 25?
I know, yo, that's crazy.
yo,
he got more albums than LL.
What the fuck is going
That's
on?
That,
my
yo,
man thought,
it's like what song? He could play songs that
25
niggas never
albums.
heard, yo.
If you got 25 albums from KRS One,
My thing is this.
Somebody got this shit.
Yeah, cause your playlist, can your playlist
Yo,
really
please
hold that
rate
much
the
music?
Yeah.
That's a lot of music.
I got mad albums in my shit right
All right,
now.
25 albums.
And you know
times
KRS,
how
but
many-
you gotta understand KRS
What, he
is
got
old
13
school.
songs?
No, he probably got like 20 songs up
nigga, our
there.
album got 20 songs.
He probably got 20 songs up there on each
Nigga
album.
got 1,000 songs.
And on
Out
each
of
song is
25.
3 verses.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
On each song is 3 verses.
I'm sorry, like, yo,
This nigga cried.
yo.
He's like, how
That
much
shit
can
is
you talk
ridiculous.
about?
yo, that shit is the funniest thing to me because I'm like, yo,
So he got the biggest catalog.
In the world,
rap.
he the Galactus of hip hop.
Word.
He got all the
Yo, I can't even look in there,
vicinity
but I got
records.
way
That's
more than
crazy.
25 in there.
yo.
That nigga got
Why?
all the records.
Come on, man. This nigga
I'll tell you
going
now,
on
one of those
tour
slots
with a
is the
new
KRS
song.
One.
It's
A new
crazy because
album.
like I want to know who knows a whole KRS One song.
He don't even sing it.
Like-
I mean, a whole
And
song
I'm
is
not
one
I'm
thing.
not talking about from album 1 where he might have like the core fan. I'm talking about from album 24.
Yeah.
Who
yeah, okay.
knows the
There you
fucking
go.
song?
KRS probably don't even know his own song. He probably
Pick out a
say, like,
random
what
one.
the hell? I
Yeah.
don't even remember
What's
I
your
made
favorite
this.
song on album 19?
Niggas be
Tell me.
Niggas be stealing songs.
You really a KRS
Like,
One fan?
tell
huh?
me
Yeah.
right
You gotta prove.
Like,
Like, I'm
break
your
that-
biggest
He be like,
fan.
yo, that
What's
song
on
was
album
hot.
26?
Break that shit down.
Like, what's on
now.
album 26? What?
Tell me how it start at least.
Like, word.
What's the
I
intro?
need to hear it. I need to hear it because that
And then, all the fans gonna be
That's
like, buck,
insane.
buck, buck. That's all he gonna say.
yeah, that shit
Yo,
is
you
it's really it's astonishing. It's astonishing that
All right, so Big Daddy Kane.
it's astonishing that an artist would reach that would aspire to have that many albums. Because what the fuck is he talking about?
To be honest, it's not
It's
that
KRS One
surprising because it is KRS One.
Right? Okay. I give him
Somebody
that.
else outside of him, it'd be like, come on, but KRS One, he always had that. He always had that appeal about him. So I'm not surprised. But my thing is, how the fuck do you go up against that? Like really? Like after Big Daddy Kane plays all his hits and whatnot. And what does KRS One pick?
Yeah, that would be
That
the craziest.
You know what I'm saying? That we may even like it'd be like, yo, what the fuck
Out
is
that
that?
whole catalog,
It'd be like, yo, what the fuck
I would
is
have been
that?
like, what? Pick what?
Yo,
You want me to pick 20?
I got
nigga got 1,000 songs.
I got
gotta know.
25 albums. You want me to pick 20?
20?
songs? I need 3 opponents.
Word.
I need
I
Big
need
Daddy
eat-
Kane, Rock
Word.
Kim,
I'm
and
definitely
motherfucking
gonna miss
Busy
some of my
Bee.
best
Like-
shit.
Better bring some niggas back from the dead.
Do you think he's gonna try to?
That
play
nigga gonna
newer
take on the
music?
whole woo. That nigga, I'm telling you.
Say that again.
Do you think he even gonna try playing newer music?
Nah, he better not.
Yo, come on.
He better not. He ain't gonna
better
win
not
if he
play
do
songs
that.
from
He
album
might.
22.
He better not.
Nobody know that
I'm
shit,
done.
KRS.
He better not. He
Nobody
can't.
know
That's how you
Hey,
get
man.
publicity. When
Nah,
that
he
shit
can't do
dumping
that.
on the versus
Nah.
stage?
His sales go up. This nigga become a fucking quadruple nigga.
Hey,
He
yo,
got 25
KRS
albums
One,
that
do
fucking
what
went
you
platinum
do, boy.
after
Whatever
the
you gonna
verses
do,
and
do
shit.
it.
Yo, in the
This shit
future, that
crazy,
nigga
man.
gonna live in a tree with all his albums in the rock.
Great
You gonna have
tree.
have a magic cloak. You gonna not gonna. That nigga,
A magic.
that nigga gonna be the wizard of hip hop. Nigga, like that
He
nigga
is
got
the
too
grand
many.
wizard.
Yo, he is.
25
Man,
albums.
that's-
Listen
Yo,
to
shout out to
Blast
KR
Master.
for fucking.
Does fucking
S1.
Kids Bop even got 25 verses?
I know. I'm done.
Nigga got
Nigga got more
albums
music than
Bop.
Kid Bop. Oh.
Not one hip hop artist ever achieved that except KRS One.
Imagine if they turned his music into Kid.
Big Daddy came in and watched his
I'm
back.
done. I'm done. If they
KRS
turn
One gonna
KRS
put some shit we
shit
ain't
into
never
Kid
heard.
Bop.
And that shit gonna be fire.
But- oh,
flame.
but
He
you
gonna
right,
flame
too.
Big Daddy Kane. He better
Cause
watch
this
his back
nigga,
shit.
yo, John played a song from KRS One when he's talking about the Spanish slave trade.
Come on,
And I'm,
Come on.
I was like, what is
What Big
this?
Daddy Kane got for that?
John P is listening to new KRS One, bro.
That nigga John P.
So wait, KRS made a
John
track
P
about
got
this
25 albums for
slave
KRS
trade.
One.
Shit was deep as hell. I was like, yo, how you make African history sound so good on the track?
John P. What's your favorite song on album 11?
Clyde just said it. He
That's
said
crazy.
he played some shit. I didn't even
Shout out to
know.
John P.
Yo, I was
Nice,
just
man.
like, yo,
Shout out
this
to
shit
John
is
P. Love
crazy.
you, bro.
Yeah, oh
God.
man, that shit.
All right, that was crazy.
We gotta wrap it up after that one, man.
that was-
KRS One, man. You the
Wow.
grandmaster.
Yeah, I
Yo.
know one thing. I'm gonna say this one thing. You better win with that many albums. If
done.
you lose, yo, that's you trash.
Nah,
Like,
yo, he ain't trash. Don't do that. No,
Nah.
KRS, you're not.
If he lose with
Mo-
25
Mo-
That's
albums,
going against
trash.
Big. You going
Hey.
against Big
Nah,
Daddy
he
Kane.
not say that.
KRS
He gonna hit us. He gonna
KRS
diss me.
One.
Album 26. I ain't got no time for that
KRS
shit.
One.
Oh yeah, you're great.
You
Book. That's all you want to hear,
Mo
nigga.
want the
Yeah,
versus
go.
battle. I know it. Moeblak wanted to say it. He wants the versus battle if you lose.
Shout out to Big Daddy Kane. Shout out to KRS One. I'm out of here, man. Both black.
Hey Clay, And we are out. Another
Peace,
episode.
y'all.
Rap.
Sync.
One.
Let him say their names.
Yeah.
B ain't even say his name.
Yeah,
chilling.
be great. I'm out.
We're nobodies. We're just here.
That was the end.
Mystery.